Hi, if you're preparing for English speaking and writing test, welcome. In today's video, I'm going to do a mock test of IELTS speaking part 3. Hi, my name is Suguru and I have got an 8.5 in IELTS speaking. If I can do that, so can you. Let's do it. Well, just as I talked about earlier, the wedding is probably the most common formal event in my country that requires formal attire. The bride will have to wear a white dress and the bridegroom will have to wear a tuxedo. And the people who attend the event will also have to show up wearing a suit and a necktie and some accessories like necklaces and earrings and stuff like that. And in addition to the wedding, there are also graduation ceremonies where people, of course, have to dress up. And also there's some kind of ceremony to celebrate something like someone's retirement. Probably because, people who attend those events want to experience or maybe help create some kind of atmosphere that is so extraordinary to them. Because, formal events, whether it's a wedding or graduation ceremony, it's absolutely something extraordinary. It doesn't happen in everyday life. So it's kind of once in a lifetime event. So, people want to, create this special atmosphere. And if they go to those events in t-shirts and jeans, then they are not really enjoying this special atmosphere. No, I would not agree with those people because if someone shows up to, for example, a wedding wearing a t-shirt with, with crazy animation characters printed on it, or maybe with jeans or shorts, then I think that would be taken as kind of disrespectful because, I believe that what we wear, it's sort of reflection of who you are, what you're thinking, how you view the other person and stuff like that. So let's say if someone comes to my wedding and if he is wearing t-shirt and jeans, then, I might feel that this person does not really take my wedding seriously. For this person, my wedding is kind of unimportant to him, and I don't think I'll be too happy about that. So, I understand that, buying custom-made couture, like suit and dress, it would be costly, but it's worth it. It's part of, human society, I would say. Okay, now let's review my responses in terms of these 4 criteria. The first one to consider is fluency and coherence. Fluency means, of course, you have to speak fluently and naturally. I want you to take a listen to this part of my response. If someone shows up to, for example, a wedding, did you feel that my speech was a little too slow? Would that affect my score negatively? Probably not, because part 3 questions are very difficult. Even native speakers find it difficult to speak fast for part 3 questions. So remember, if your fluency goes down because the question you're answering is difficult for you, then it would not affect your speaking score too badly. Alright, let's move on to pronunciation. Because, formal events, whether it's a wedding or graduation ceremony, whether it's a wedding or a graduation ceremony. I use the rising intonation for each item. This is pretty common in American English. You use a little bit of rising intonation when you're listing several things. So say that with me. Whether it's a wedding or a graduation ceremony. Whether it's a wedding or a graduation ceremony. Alright, lexical resource. To earn a high score for lexical resource, you should use an idiom. Like this one. You know, it doesn't happen in everyday life. So it's kind of once in a lifetime event. Once in a lifetime. Can you guess what it means? Once in a lifetime. If something is a once in a lifetime, it means it's very exciting and it's very rare. Once in a lifetime. Okay, finally, grammar. Wearing a t-shirt with, I don't know, with crazy animation characters printed on it. A t-shirt with characters printed on it. A t-shirt with characters printed on it. It means some animation characters are printed on a t-shirt. So let's get used to this with something past participle structure, because it's very advanced. So let's get used to this using other examples. She has a t-shirt with dreams written on it. She has a t-shirt with dreams written on it. Another example. He came with a little flower tucked in his breast pocket. He came with a little flower tucked in his breast pocket. Alright, I hope you found this video useful. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and most importantly, let me wish you good luck on your test.